Hello there, and welcome aboard episode 70 of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. Our war against Germany has been going very well recently. We've suffered a few minor setbacks, but we have successfully launched an invasion of the Bismarck Archipelago, and we have also been pushing them back, scoring a noteworthy victory against their light cruisers and destroyer forces in the Thames estuary. So that's some pretty significant stuff there, as we can see here. There's the invasion. It's going off quite well. Soon as the Bismarck Archipelago falls, then we can move on to the Caroline Islands, and we're just going to keep on marching our way up these islands. So, huzzah! That's going quite fine. We've successfully, since we have done so much damage to Germany that they're no longer on equal footing with us, we've been able to mothball some of our dreadnoughts, some of our older ships. We don't quite need so much anymore. So those are no longer in active service, and that's saving us some money. And we can actually afford, now that some of these stuff have finished up, we can actually afford to start... hang on, what's going on here? We can actually afford to start building some more destroyers. Totally lost my train of thought there. All right, we've got a destroyer here that has no idea what it's doing. I'm going to put that on trade protection so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And let's see what's going on. We currently have a bajillion and a half Derwents undergoing a refit into minesweepers. So that's going to hurt their anti-submarine warfare, but we need minesweeping. That is a more important parameter right now. We also have red poles undergoing a refit. Just a quick paint and patch, and that should be good for those. And we also have Waveney's out and about. We just ordered a whole batch of them, but we have the money right now. We may be able to order some more. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to order some more Waveney's. There we go. Just an order of 4 for now, since we ordered 6 on the last one, and we haven't actually taken all that many losses. So hooray. Doing good. Our third Juggernaut class, the Behemoth, is coming along quite well. She's almost 1 year away from completion. So huzzah for that. And our other 2 Juggernauts have been doing quite fine. One of them actually blew up a German battlecruiser in her last major fight. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hoping we can get into some more battles soon. Although, I don't know, if Germany runs out of light ships, that probably isn't going to happen. So we do outnumber them in battleships, we match them in battle cruisers, so they've been accepting those fights. But they are running low on destroyers, and they are running low on light cruisers as well. And if they run out of those, then they won't be accepting any fleet battles. The AI does not like to fight if they don't have sufficient escorts. Which, I mean, it makes sense. That totally makes sense. Just wish they'd place a little bit more emphasis on actually building the things in the first place so they wouldn't run out of them during the war. Oh well. Germany is definitely putting a lot of money into building submarines right now, though. So that is pretty significant. They've got 96 under construction. Hopefully we'll be able to finish our anti-submarine refits and modernizations as soon as possible to limit their effect on our overall fleet capability. Let's see, what else is going on? And these Gurkhas are obsolete as well. We're going to have to get those modernized soon. Yeah, all this stuff was done in 1926. Yeah, they're all going obsolete now. Stowers, Gurkhas, Lances, those are all getting relegated to trade protection duties soon. And we'll be sticking with the Garys and now the Waveney class for main frontline duty. Actually, we're running remarkably low on ships right now. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ships undergoing repairs right now. Hopefully they'll be back in service soon enough. Okay, anything else going on here? We do have... well, we got a fair amount of capital stuff over here. I'm almost tempted to split that up and see if I can claim some of these other colonies. For example, maybe in the Indian Ocean we could take... what is this? Tanganyika? Yeah, I actually think I'm going to do that. We're going to split up our forces and see about triggering some other events. So we'll take the camper down. And then what else do we have out and about? We had... Here we go. On the seaplane tenders, we'll take the Vinova. And then it was all Gurkhas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Gurkhas should be good. And we will move all of those over to... let's do... Where was it? No, not West Africa. No, my bad. Indian Ocean. That's the one. We'll move those guys over to the Indian Ocean. And next turn we'll start planning an invasion of Tanganyika. Do I have any other ships in unusual places? I do see a couple of heavy cruisers hanging out in Southeast Asia. Is there a reason for them to be there anymore? No, Germany doesn't have any significant forces there. Yeah, I'm hardly seeing anything. Yeah, they got stuff here. They do actually have a little bit in West Africa, so that is noteworthy. Probably raiders out and about. And they've got a heavy cruiser off the east coast. Intriguing. All right, well, we're going to take those 2 cruisers in Southeast Asia, and I think we're actually going to split them up and send them off to see what we can do. So we'll take the Andromeda, and we're going to send her to West Africa. There we go. Get you going. And we're going to take the Endeavour, and we're going to move you to the North American East Coast. See if we can intercept that heavy cruiser. Okay, now that our overall orders have been issued, movement orders for the turn. We've done our construction orders for the turn. Ordered our new destroyers. No more reconstructions to do. Anything else here? We gotta work these guys up. Okay, well, we'll just move on to our next turn. Conquest, intercepting a German raider. We'll fight this battle. Alright, here we go. One of our more modern cruisers here. Looking good. 28 knot speed. Should do fine. Alright, let's see what we can find. Unknown ship sighted. Accelerate to attack speed. Come on. Here we go. There we go. Looks like she's turned for home. Cut an intercept course. There we go. Cruiser Bond class. Open up the broadside. See what kind of hits we can score. Oh yeah, look at those hits dropping in. And this is almost over. She's on fire. We'll just weave back and forth across her stern for now. That way we don't get shot by one of her torpedoes. Yep, she's stopped. And there we go. Battle is over. Glorious victory, taking down the cruiser Munster. Let's see. Whew, 39 medium hits. How did things go? Oh, wow. So we knocked out, or we damaged her rudder in one of the first things. Probably locked it in the center position. Otherwise, she would have been circling around and we could close in rapidly. Here we go. Splinters in the uptakes. Conning tower hit, so that'll reduce her crew quality. Without proper central command and control, that does hurt quite a bit. There's our fire started. Secondary guns knocked out by splinters. Repaired the rudder, and that's when she started turning. Fire spread, fire spread, fire spread. Well, she bounced a engine room hit at 5,000 yards. That's unfortunate. But hey, we get more splinters in the uptakes. Submerged torpedo flat hit. Oh yeah. Yeah, we did plenty of damage there. Alright. So I think we are safe enough to close that out. Major victory. Hooray! And alright, I think Germany is on the verge of collapse. Good. 2 corvettes commissioned. Destroyer Munster commissioned. 40 destroyers finished their recommissions. Okay, enemy is looking for a negotiated peace. I thought they were not looking for a peace earlier. They were preaching about how they will fight to the bitter end. So that we shall do. We shall crush them completely. Yep, there they go. German Führer holds a speech dismissing all peace negotiations. Alright, we've suffered a temporary setback figuring out the concept of advanced AP cap design. Oh, improved model of the medium bomber Westland Fury. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, no significant change in speed, but a huge step up in range. And no other statistical changes. Poor reliability. Oh well. But yeah, getting that longer range, that's pretty significant. That's almost 50 additional kilometers worth of range on medium. So, huge step up in terms of bomber effectiveness. Probably threw on a turbocharger or a supercharger for the engine or something. Ah, there we go. Crushed the rebels in Haiti underneath the treads of a tank. That's how you do it. Alright, and our corvette Greyfail has been sunk by a mine. German raider Königsberg interned. Thwarting more raiders. Huzzah. Alright. France has increased their naval budget. Anything else going on? American scientists have invented magnetic pistols. Our invading forces are fighting to capture Bismarck Archipelago, so we're making progress there. That's good. And hey, now that we've... Oh, and we're starting to get some of our ships equipped with this radar. Excellent. That is very good news. I wish they'd equip our destroyers, but hey, they gotta put it on something first. Okay, anything else? We finished up refitting the red poles, so we can put all of those on trade protection. And with that in mind, I think we can start refitting the stowers. And I don't really see a whole lot else that these guys need. Yeah, they seem to be doing just fine. So we'll just do a quick paint and patch and call it good. Alright, there we go. Get those refits rolling. At some point I need to bring these cruisers in for refits. But for right now, there's not a whole lot else we can do. And I do think at some point I will need to put some proper fire controls in all of my foreign station ships as well. because we've had a number of them encountering and intercepting raiders. So just having some sort of ability to defend themselves, that is significant. And that does come down to having decent guns and decent fire control. Okay, anything else? Not that I can see. We got those guys are still working up. These guys are still going. Our Derwents are back. They are now providing minesweeping services. Actually, I'm probably going to put these guys on trade protection so that they don't get sucked into any battles I don't want them fighting. But they still have minesweeping gear on board, so hopefully they're doing something useful with it. And yeah, let's move right along. Yep, here we go, another raider intercept. We'll fight that battle. Oh, interesting. Missed. And it's one of our old ships. Yep, this is what I was talking about. Gotta get these guys decent technology so that they can fight. Alright, we need to pick up our speed. We'll just accelerate to attack speed and close in as close as we can. And hopefully our secondaries will start telling. Oh, and the Bond class. Let's see if we can hang out off her stern and limit her arcs of fire. There we go. And if we can just hang out there, and she won't be able to shoot us very much. I am not seeing very many guns shooting. I don't like that. Keep firing. I know it's poor visibility, but that's to our advantage. She's got the speed, so if she wants to, she can get away. But as long as we're able to keep doing damage to her, which is what I'm seeing, we're still landing hits, we're still doing damage. Let's bring our other side to bear now. Probably running a bit low on ammunition there. Well, that's not what I wanted. I wanted you to keep chasing. Alright, well, we've lost visibility. I know we've done some damage. Looks like our port side has lost a number of guns there. So we'll see if we can focus with our starboard side. Overall, things seem to be holding together quite nicely. And okay, we'll call it off. Slow down to cruise speed. And hey, maybe some of our search planes will find something. Or not. The end. Well, we outshot her. Let's take a look. Yeah, we scored more hits, both medium and light, even though we had a lower hit percent. That definitely counts for stuff. So yeah, that technique of staying in her stern arc definitely was working. If only we could have scored a few more hits and actually slowed her down, probably would have been able to finish her off, but she escaped. Oh, an improved model of the Supermarine Spitfire. Let's see what we've got here. Alright, step up in speed. 10 kilometers an hour faster. Or actually, that's probably miles an hour faster. And decent step up in range as well. A little bit better toughness. Still poor reliability, but oh well. What the? Enemy submarine has torpedoed and sunk our battle cruiser Ineluctable. Well, that's not okay. I do not like random events like that. What was the Ineluctable doing out and about without a proper escort? Okay, Japan has halted the construction of battlecruisers due to financial difficulties. Well, yep. Blockade is coming along just fine. Our invading forces are still pushing on Bismarck Archipelago, and I am not happy at the loss of that battlecruiser. That was one of our nice battlecruisers. Okay, what can we do about that? How's our anti-submarine refits coming? Stowers are still chugging along. 2 more months left on those. Do we know where the German forces have gone? Well, they're not in the East Coast anymore. We do have... So they've got a heavy cruiser, light cruiser, and an AMC. Hopefully we can get into a scrap down there. We've got forces in the Indian Ocean, so that's good. And we do have the money that we can start our invasion. So we're going to set that as our invasion target. It's not exactly cheap, but hey, we'll get that started and hopefully we'll be able to crush them. Alright, next turn, small engagement off Tanganyika. Somehow I doubt they actually have any of those ships there, so I'll accept. They decline because they don't have any ships there. Here we go, battle in support of land combat at Bismarck Archipelago. Again, I highly doubt that those force estimations are correct, so I'll accept. They cannot challenge our forces in the area, so we push that forward. Finish some new docks, huzzah! We got another destroyer commissioned, outstanding. And our scientists are still baffled by improved hull design methods. And, suffered a temporary setback in figuring out power mounts for light and medium AA. That is unfortunate. Improved model of the Supermarine Skua. Let's take a look. Okay, looks like a engine upgrade. So longer range, higher speed, and a little bit of a bomb payload. Huzzah! Invasion of Tanganyika delayed due to uncertain margin of superiority. Okay. Well, hopefully having our seaplane carrier there means we can scout it out and find out what enemy forces they actually have. And for every destroyer we get, another one goes down. That was very frustrating. But with the enemy starting to get more submarines out, it's unfortunately it's expected. That's just going to have to happen. Okay, we're starting to get more surface search radars out and about, so that is good. I would love to get some on some of our destroyers. Oh, here we go. We've got one on one of them. Let's see, anything else we can do? Yeah, we need the lances providing trade protection. That's very important. Did we finish up our refits? No, not yet. Okay, those are set. Those are set. All right. Yep, one more turn for most of the Stowers. And we don't be getting any more replacement destroyers for a little while yet. So I think I'm going to order a few more. Well, nah, that's not quite right. We're supposed to space them out a little bit more than that. Well, let's see what happens in the next turn. Enemy coastal bombardment, Great Yarmouth, large. I accept. Oh, and it's actually spawning. Let's see what kind of ships we bring to this fight. Heavy cruisers. I see the Enterprise here. And carriers. Okay. Alright, well, there's the Enterprise and the Diadem again. And we've got, looks like, our full fleet of light cruisers out and about. But with this mist, it's going to be hard to do any sort of air operations. And, of course, it's night. So, let's see. We're going to try and find out where this target is. Batteries, 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 more batteries. Still not seeing anything significant. Merchant divisions, destroyer divisions, corvette, 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 corvette. Okay. All those batteries are on independent. Yeah, those are all corvettes. Oh, hang on, what's this? Installation 7. That looks like a land bombardment target. And it's protected by a 6-inch coastal battery. Huzzah! Okay, how's our time looking? Looks okay to me. Yeah, we're just going to sail straight over to this thing. And we're just going to patrol back and forth. And hopefully we don't get into any crazy night fights. Because I have no desire to do night fights right now. What on earth are those guys doing? They continuing to cruise? Or did they lose contact with the divisions? Okay. And of course we have no sort of recon capability aside from our torpedo bombers, so I guess I should set those up. So at least they're heading in a usable direction. That's not what I was looking for. There we go. Oh, hang on. There we go. That looks good, and we'll pull that around as well. That looks like a decent scout. We'll go from there to there. Okay, that is set. And that way, whenever it does pop up for their recon, it should search the actual effective area. Although, I don't know if that's even going to happen. We got sunset coming soon, but it's also almost time for the end of the battle. Oh, we'll see. Here comes sunrise. Alright, scouts are heading out. Let's see what they find. Probably not going to be anything. I'll bet Germany did the sensible thing. Whoa, hang on. Our cap just shot down a patrol boat. Interesting. Well, I guess they're not getting the recon on where we're located. So that's good. Is that strikes heading out? Or is that... Nah, that's Zeppelins. Ooh, those things look fun. And they've got their parasite fighter escorts. Oh, man. That is actually pretty cool. But no encounter, so no fight. That is unfortunate. And of course they failed to destroy the bombardment target because they just turned around and left. And yeah, that's the end. So it looks like the only thing that we accomplished in that was we shot down a single enemy patrol boat. Oh yeah, Germany is definitely having trouble now. Unexpected advances in armor development. What do we got here? Oh, reduced impurities. Gradual improvement of armor quality. Interesting. Yep, invasion of Tanganyika still delayed. And huzzah, we've taken control of Bismarck Archipelago. Enemy submarine has torpedoed and sunk our corvette Queen Amelie. Enemy submarine has torpedoed and sunk the Minerva. And a destroyer went down as well. Oh man. These random events are getting out of control. Oh, intriguing. Blockade of enemies going just fine. There are rumors of mutinies in the German fleet. Outstanding. Rumors of war weariness and protests in Germany. Fantastic. So, methinks Germany is going to be collapsing any time now. Alright, destroyers, finished reconstruction. Good. And we're still having trouble getting that invasion off. Well, might as well grab the remaining ships and move them back to Indian Ocean. So we'll take all of those ships that are hanging out in... Actually, hang on. My stated objective was over here. Now that we've taken that, are we able to go for the Caroline Islands? Not too worried about it. It's a value of 0. So we can just take that as part of our war reparations. What about Northern Marianas? Also value 0, so not too concerned about that. It's more of these. Tanganyika is a value of 3. Southwest Africa, value of 2. That's not what I was looking for. This one, Cameroon, value of 2. Yeah, I'm not willing to spend victory points on those. But for a value 0, yeah, I'll take those. Those are fine. And of course, we also have the Marshalls, value 1. Value 0, value 0. Yeah, we'll leave Marshalls over here because it doesn't really do anything. It's not close enough for us to invade. And it's worth so little, I'm better off with the war reparations once their government collapses. Actually, I am kind of curious. Am I able to invade East Prussia? Possession beyond my invasion range? What are they talking about? It's like right next to Riga. And look at that invasion range. Well within reach. But if they insist, I guess so. Okay. We'll keep trying to do that invasion of Tanganyika. Anything else we could do with our ships? We did have a bunch of ships just finish up their refits. So let's see. Back to type, sort. Let's see, destroyers. Actually, let's sort by displacement. That's a little bit more sensible. Battleships, battlecruisers, that's better. And then we were specifically looking for some of our escorts that just finished up. And that was... Derwents are good. The Swan Rivers are good. Where was it? The Jeds were good. Who just finished up? Oh, it was the Stowers. Okay, we'll put those guys on trade protection. Actually, if anything, I'd probably be better off with the Red Poles on active fleet. Giving more ASW for my fleet. So we'll put those guys on active fleet. And then we still had some Gurkhas. Well, no, those are in South Pacific, so no, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, South Pacific, and then who else did we have? I was up this a ways. There we go, South Pacific. We'll move all of those over to the Indian Ocean. Hopefully that'll turn around our margin of superiority. There we go. Off you go. Go on, get that invasion going. Ah, fleet battle at Textile. Oh, here's hoping this is actually a full-on fleet battle. And it looks like it's actually spawning. Oh boy. Major fleet battle. And it's still in the morning. Hurrah, we have plenty of time. Let's see what kind of forces we've got. We have Juggernaut, Leviathan, Impenetrable. Not quite the grouping I would go with, but okay. We've got carriers and CVLs and more CVLs. And our Enterprise and Diadem are once again back in the action. And what is up here? That's unusual. Why are my forces so severely scattered? Whole group down here, whole group up here. Hopefully the German fleet is between them, but I think this might be the result of that error in advancing ships to position that we saw, because that is not quite right. Alright, well, with all that in mind, we do need to check in on reconnaissance settings. So let's see, these guys are reconning in that direction. That looks good. We'll drop the distance down to something a little more reasonable. Like 180 seems good. So those guys are set. And then down here we have this group. How's their recon? Actually, that looks pretty good. We'll drop that down to a more reasonable number as well. So that's set. Do we have any carriers in the north? I forgot to see. Yes, we do have one carrier in the north. So we will have Cap up here as well. Wow. Fleet battle this is. Okay. Let's see if we can get the enemy in sight. Pretty sure we're just going to turn... I'm going to try and turn the Juggernaut to the north. Catapult launch search planes. Yep. There we go. Float planes are off. And full speed. Out goes the recon, and our ships return to the north. And hopefully we'll start getting some reports back. There we go. Enemy ships sighted at extreme range. 3 battle cruisers and a light cruiser. I guess this is going to be a aircraft carrier battle then. Let's start readying them up. So, Carrier Division 5, we've got all of them's torpedo bombers ready. Carrier Division 8, oh boy. We'll take those guys and start readying them up. Carrier Division 11, 2 more carriers, oh boy. Start readying those up. Carrier Division 21, there's the Invincible. We'll start readying those up. And then Battle Division, Battle Division, Battle Cruiser Division. Oh boy. Alrighty. Let's see what sorts of additional recons we get. 3 battle cruisers to the south over here. Okay. So Scout 59, Scout 68. So those might actually be the same groups. We don't know. Alright, and we just... Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that the Germans had dive bombers. Friendly fighters shoot down 1 dive bomber recon. Fiesler 111. That is intriguing and quite threatening. Alright, slowing down for float plane recovery. Hurrah! And yep, they are definitely in this area. So it's time to start launching our strikes. So we're going to set our first group striking in this general area, well within range. Alright. And that's going to be from the Invincible, since they're the ones in the general area. So we'll take those. Oh, nope, can't do that. So we're going to launch that, and then we're going to take the other group and we're going to launch that, so they both go out. And then most of our other ships are further to the south, so we're going to take those and set them an objective over this way. Well, let's see, they're all heading to the northeast. Or sorry, northwest. So if we set them over this way, that should give them plenty of time to fly over them and intercept. So we'll take these. Actually, we'll start off with Carrier Division 9. We'll launch one from each. Oh, interesting. Does not have the range to reach the target. Okay. Well, yeah, fair enough. They are on medium range, so let's actually pick something a little bit closer there. That's in range. Well, let's put it a little bit closer there. Launch. And yep, we cannot coordinate the strike. And we'll see about Carrier Division 8, since those aren't doing anything. And we'll tell them to go back here. And we'll launch those two. Oh, and they're just a hair out of range. So we'll bring those a little bit closer in. Yeah, that's in range. Launch. And we'll give it a little bit more time for reconnaissance to come in, and then we'll send out the next wave of strikes. Oh, enemy aircraft approaching Great Britain Light Cruiser Division 20. Oh, so they're going over here. Those are dive bombers. No hits, no hits. So we're getting lucky so far. But I do believe it is time to start sending out some more strikes, especially because I forgot to assign my priority targets. Looks like they were set to carrier, which is fine. I am almost certain that they have a carrier at sea. But I would also like to see some hits on their battleship fleets. So we're going to set our next wave on priority target battleship. So let's see. Carrier Division 5, we've still got two groups ready. So we'll select. Target area somewhere over there. We'll launch those. Carrier Division 8 has already done their stuff, so nothing else we can do there. Carrier Division 11 is good to go, and they are right there at the range limit. Let's see if we can set that a little bit closer. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. That way we get a proper spread of searches. And hopefully once they start spotting things, they'll close in. And priority target battleships, target set, both sets launched, and launch. And then Carrier Division 21 is already launched, because that was the Invincible. Alright, well, I am very curious to see how these airstrikes turn out, so there we go. Looks like they are done with their dive bombing. So at this point, it's just a matter of our own strikes moving in and finding the enemy. But we'll find out what happens for that in the next episode. For now, we'll call this episode to a close, and I will see all of you guys next time.